Hello guys, my name is Dr. Varun and here I am back with day 4 of our 30 days, 30 important topics biology for NEET 2025.
Chalo, let's complete it.
Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the animal kingdom. Why we are going to talking about the animal kingdom? Because this is one of the very important topic. 5 questions every year coming from this chapter, which means what? It means that there are 20 number of questions that are coming from here. So if I want to leak the paper, what I will do? Learn examples, because 3 match the following questions on the based of examples will come. Last year also come, this year also will come, and 2 statement based questions will come. So in this video, we will quickly make the notes of it, that the mind map of it, as well as we will remember the examples also of it. So let's just dive into it. So this chapter is being divided into 2 parts. One is what? One is the non-chordates, other is the chordates. Chordate is further divided and we are studying more about it because we have to reach to our class level over it. But on the other sides, all the non-chordate, only the phylum level we have to study. Okay, so let's just dive into non-chordates. So starting with the non-chordates. So in non-chordates, different phylums are coming into it line wise from the basic to the evolutionary most advanced one we're gonna go. Why we are learning in this way? Because the same thing will come in the evolution also. The simplest thing becomes highly complex thing. Okay, organism. So the first one is our phylum Porifera. So number 1 is phylum Porifera. So in phylum Porifera, what you have to remember, that these are sessile, the only organism which can't move, or the only animal which can't move. They are sessile. If we see that what is the cellular level of organization, they are cellular or the cell aggregates. The next thing that you have to remember about it, that what kind of germ layers present. So only 2 germ layers are present. They are called as diploblastic. In between there is a mesoglial layer is present, then that ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, then from diploblastic they are acoelomate, no coelom is present around them. Okay, next moving to it, that they have a characteristic feature, that is they have water canal system or transport. They have water canal transport system. Means what? Through a hole on their whole body surface, multiple small hole ostia present, water goes inside, along with water food is coming, gametes is coming, all of these things are oxygen, nutrients, everything is coming, going inside in the center cavity which is present, that is called a spongiocele, and it goes out from the operculum. So this also become an important question. Okay, then after that, the next thing you have to remember, that their digestion is extracellular and intracellular. Extracellular plus intracellular digestion. Next thing you have to remember about their fertilization. Before fertilization, we have to remember that their sexes are not separate. If not separate means what? Male and female present within the one body. That's why we call it what? Hermaphrodite. Another word for this is what? Monoecious body. Okay, then if the sexes are not separate but the fertilization is what? Cross. Why cross fertilization? Because the development of male and female is not synchronized in one body. So cross fertilization, but the fertilization takes place inside the body of the organism. So what is that? That is internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. And the next thing is what kind of development occurs? There is indirect development occurs, means there is a formation of what? There is a formation of larva. Okay, so indirect development. Now the next thing is the example, which is the most important. 3 examples are given in your book. One is what? Cycon. That is what? Scypha. Then we have spongilla. Spongilla is fresh water. This is the only one which is fresh water, rest all are marine. Fresh water sponge. And the last one is the Euspongia, which is bath sponge. Same way we have to see about the every one of it. So let's just quickly head towards the next one. After Porifera, the next phylum is the Coelenterata. In Coelenterata, the first thing would be what? First of all, they can be marine, they could be freshwater, mostly marine. Then they can move and sessile, like two forms are there. So when the two forms are present there, in the two forms, one is sessile form of it, which is known as polyp form, which is exhibited by what? Your hydra. Okay, and the another form is the moving form, or means free swimming form, that is Medusa form, and it is being seen by what? Obelia and many other of it. Okay, the next thing that you have to remember is that there are certain organisms where both the generations are being shown, means they show the polyp form also, they form the Medusa form also. This feature is called as metagenesis, means their generation keep on alternating, that is alteration of polyp and Medusa form. Now here becomes an important question, that it is being seen in case of Obelia. Obelia, no? Yeah, it is being seen in case of Obelia, and what you have to remember about this thing is that there the polyp form is being formed by the sexual reproduction, and the Medusa form is being formed by the asexual reproduction. So it is being formed by sexual reproduction, and this Medusa form is formed by asexual reproduction, that is mostly budding. Okay, asexual reproduction. Then the basic things, very important one, that what is their level of organization. So they have tissue level of organization. One of the correct, then after they are also what? Diploblastic. Then the next is that they are also acoelomate. Then after acoelomate, we should remember that what kind of symmetry. Here the symmetry was, they are asymmetrical. But here they, in terms of symmetrical, they are radial symmetrical. Okay, after this, what we have studied over here, that special feature. If we see the special feature, there is a present of nematocyst, which is also called as nidoblast cells or nidocyst cells, which are characteristic cells which help in their anchorage, finding food, capturing prey, all of those things. Okay, next thing is that their digestion is also extra plus intracellular. Then the next thing is here, the sexes are separate. Okay, and at time they are separate also, at time they are in the one body also. But since we are doing it, so sexes are separate. Sexes are separate. Their fertilization is cross plus internal, and development is indirect. There is a free swimming larva present. Larva is seen in them. Then the next most important thing is the examples. So here we have bunch of examples present which we have to remember. So number one is the Physalia. Physalia is what? Portuguese man of war. Okay. Then we have Penutula. Penutula is what? It is sea pen. Okay. After that we have Gorgonia. It is what? It is sea fan. After that we have Adamsia. Adamsia is C. anemone. Okay, which is like present like this. And about that anemone, we have already said that it is present on the hermit crab in the 12th class also, so it's important. And the last example is Menderia, that is brain coral or cod. Okay, and the corals are also the example of it, which has what? Calcareous skeleton. With this, our phylum Coelenterata is over. We go to the next phylum. So third phylum is Ctenophora. Phylum Ctenophora. Let's quickly see about it. First of all, they are exclusively marine. Okay, only present in the marine. They have what? Radial symmetry. They are what? They have also have tissue level of organization. Then they are also diploblastic. After being diploblastic, the next is they are also acoelomate. Just keep on remembering that what is happening with them. Okay. After being acoelomate, the next thing is their characteristic property. We are seeing that on the external side, they have 8 cilia rows. So that is called as comb plates, which help in what? Locomotion. Okay. Then the next thing we have to remember about it, what? That they have what? They also have a proper complete digestive system present, which is the atypical type of digestive system. Okay, because they have body plan atypical, because they have what? One mouth and two anuses pore present. Okay, so that thing is also there. Next important feature is the bioluminescence. Bioluminescence means what? They can emit light. Okay, that's the most important. Then the next thing is about the sexes. Sexes are separate. The fertilization occur in the outside of the water. Okay, so sexes are not separate. Sexes are not separate. So means they are also what? Hermaphrodite. Reproduction will take place from the sexual means, and it is external, outside. The fertilization is external and cross. And development is indirect. The major problem that can come in the paper is this only, these things. So these things is important for all the phylum which we are studying. Okay, now comes the example. Only two examples present over there. One diagram that is given, that is Ctenoplana. There is Pleurovachia or Brachia, and there is Ctenoplana. Two examples only given. Coming up to the next one. Next one is we will do quickly because we don't want to make it a very big video. Okay. The next thing is phylum Platyhelminthes. Phylum Platyhelminthes. Now they are what? Their body is dorso-ventrally flattened. So their body is dorso-ventrally flattened. There can be free living form, there is parasitic form. Most of them are parasitic, and most of them are what? Endoparasites. What is the free living form? Liver fluke. That is planaria. Planaria is the free living form, not the liver fluke. Liver fluke is endoparasite on the liver of the humans. A lot of them are present in the humans also. Okay, the next thing is basic features about it. What were the basic features? The basic features are that they are what? They have an organ level of organization. Organ level organization. So something different from the previous one. Then they are what? They are also diploblastic. They are triploblastic, because organs are there, so organs will be present in somewhere, some space needed for organs to be present. So they are triploblastic, but they are acoelomate. That you have to remember. So they are triploblastic. All the three layers are present: mesoderm, ectoderm, and endoderm, but the cavities is not present. So that is acoelomate. The next thing that you have to remember, that they are bilateral symmetrical. Bilateral symmetrical. Then their body, the ones which are endoparasites, they have hooks and suckers present on their mouth area. Their digestive system is not present. That's because they absorb directly the food. Okay, so these are parasitic adaptations that they have. The next thing is there is a presence of flame cells for excretion and osmoregulation. For excretion and osmoregulation, this is present. Then the next thing is about the major thing, that there might be that the sexes are present in the same. So sexes are not separate. Fertilization is internal within the same organism. Okay, so they do the same thing, kind of a thing. But development, internal self. Okay, so this is a self example over here. But then comes the development. The development is indirect. Development is indirect. Always remember. And certain members of this has a capacity of regeneration, that is planaria. Example is not given, but you have to remember planaria belongs to it, which is also free living. It is not parasitic. Then the example, next thing is the example of it. Two examples are given in your book. That is what tinea, that is what your tapeworm, and the next one is your fascicola. Fascicola is what? Liver fluke. Its diagram is also given to you. This is all about the platyhelminthes. After platyhelminthes, the next phylum is the Aschelminthes. That is phylum Aschelminthes. In phylum Aschelminthes, the first thing is what? That their body is circular in section. Means if this is the body and if you cut it, what you will see? The circle kind of a thing. So this thing will be there, and there is presence of what? There is a presence of muscles. Circular muscles are present around it. Okay, so this thing we have to remember. And the next thing is that what would be their symmetry? The symmetry would be bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. They are circular in cross section. Circular in cross section. Next point, basic features. Now they have organ systems present into it. So they are what? Organ system level of organization present. The next thing would be they are triploblastic. Organs are present, but their coelom is not properly bisected into the space. So they are not true coelom. It has a pseudo-coelom present. So the only phylum which has pseudo-coelom present is this Aschelminthes. Okay, so this is what? Pseudo-coelomates. Next point about this is what? They are also what? Parasitic. Okay, so they are also parasitic, and their life cycle include more than one organism also. Same like the other one, this also like that. Their digestive system is developed. Digestive system developed with muscular pharynx, because they have to suck the blood and the food. Okay, so muscular pharynx is present there. There might be present of hooks and suckers. Okay, the next thing about it, that there is a presence of what? There is a presence of excretory pore also on their body. So proper excretion takes place. Excretory pore present on body. Complete digestive system is there, means mouth and anus, what is, both are present. So they have complete digestive system. Mouth and anus both are present. Then comes the most important, that fertilization. Now here the male and female are different, so sexes are different. Sexes are different and we can distinguish also. Example is Ascaris. Ascaris has male and female. The female is longer, broader, whereas the male is shorter and curved tail. Okay, that diagram is also being given. So sexes are different, means they are dioecious. Sexual dimorphism can be observed in them. Then there is what? That there is fertilization. Fertilization is internal. Internal, no? Fertilization is internal and cross. Of course, it will be cross only. Two organisms will be needed. Okay, internal, cross. Development is indirect. Development is indirect. Now the most important examples. 3 examples are given in your book and 3 are important. Number 1 is the Ascaris. Ascaris is what? It is your roundworm. After Ascaris, we have Wucheria. Wucheria is what? Your filarial worm. Which causes what? It causes elephantiasis or filariasis, which we will study. And the last is ankylostomata. Ankylostoma. That is what? That is hookworm. That's all about phylum Aschelminthes. Next come in our topic, the 6th phylum, the final phylum Annelida. In phylum Annelida, we have to study what? First of all, they are also bilateral symmetrical. They are also what? Bilaterally symmetrical. Their body had segments present. So these segments are true segments. So we call it metameric segments are present. Okay, true metameric segments are present internally, externally, both throughout their life. Okay, the next thing is what? They also have what? Organ system level of organization. Then there is what? They are triploblastic. Now their coelom is proper. So they are eucoelomates or they are true coelom is present. So we call it coelomates organisms. Then the next thing is that segments, this, what else is left? Then the very important thing is that there is a presence of circular and longitudinal. Both muscles are present. And these muscles help in what? In the locomotion. Along with this, in case of Nereis is one example over here. This organism has a lateral appendages present, means something coming out from the body, and they can help in the movement and the swimming and the respiration also. These glands are called, this locomotory structure is called as parapodia. Remember it, very important, they can ask you. Direct question, where it is seen, whom it is seen, match the following with the features kind of a thing. Okay, so that's why we are actually doing it, because match the following will come from here. 3 match the following, 2 confirmatory it will come. Okay, coming back to it, then the next thing is that their excretory organ, that is what? That is nephridia. Very important. Nephridia is the excretory organs. Like we have kidney, we have nephridia. Before that, we have studied for the flame cells that is present in what? In the platyhelminthes. Remember it. Important point, in excretory system also these things will come. That's why we are doing it right now over here. So nephridia is present. Then the most important thing, then the fertilization. If we see the before fertilization, let's just see about the sexes. So they could be monoecious, they could be dioecious. So your male, like the earthworm and your leech, that is the example of what? They are monoecious. Both the sexes are present into it. So earthworm and leech. Whereas your Nereis is dioecious. Male and female is different. Now the examples. Here only we have already completed the examples. So what are the examples? We have earthworm. Earthworm is also called as Ferretima. Then leech. Leech is called as Hirudinidia. Then comes Nereis. That's it. Moving on to the next phylum. That is the 7th one. The 7th one is the phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda is what? Mostly in this, there are 2 classes, crustaceans and insecta. Insecta, remember it. Okay. So Arthropoda. Arthropoda word, it's coming from 2 words. Poda means feet or the appendages. Arthro means joints. So they have a pair of jointed appendages. Like if you have seen the cockroach, there are what, 3 pairs of joined appendages coming from each segment. That is prothorax, mesothorax, metathorax. These legs, prolegs, mesoleg, metalegs, we used to say that. Same thing over here. So this is what a characteristic feature also. This point. Next thing is what they have. What they also had segments present, and these are true segments. So segments present. Next, they are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. Don't go on the spellings, just remember the facts. I'm just quickly scribbling up. Okay, next thing is what they are. What they also have an organ system level of arrangement. The next thing is they are triploblastic. Now everything will be organ level triploblastic. From here, just remember that these are all like that only. Okay, after triploblastic, they are what? They are also true coelomes. So they are coelomates. They have proper coelomates. Everyone will have same thing now. Okay, these 3 points: organ level, coelomates, and triploblastic. After on, the next thing is that there are what are the joint appendages is their famous point. Then their digestive system is proper present. Now the important thing is their circulatory system. Their circulatory system is open type, means they do not have blood vessels present. So open type circulatory system is present. Then they have lot of sense organs. Sense organs like eyes. Eyes, what kind of? Simple as well as compound eyes present. Antenna present for touch, sense, vibration, and all of these things. Out of this, the thing that you have to remember is that for balancing, they have a balancing organ called stetocyst. This is the important one. Stetocyst is present in them. Moving on to the next thing, that major part, that is whether what kind of excretion they are taking place. So they are doing it with the Malpighian tubules. Remember it. This is for excretion. Digestive system is complete, respiratory system is those spiracles and all. We will learn about cockroach, you will learn over there. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Then their sexes are separate. When I'm saying the sexes are separate, male and female body is different, means they are what? Dioecious. After this, the next thing is that fertilization. So fertilization is internal. So internal fertilization takes place, cross occurs. Then development. Development could be direct or could be indirect. So indirect, lot of larvae will be there, or it could be direct. Okay, both can be there. Very important. Then the next thing that you have to remember is the examples. So when we comes to the examples, we have a lot of example over there. So first example is economically, means which is helpful for the humans. Humans use it. Number 1 is honeybee. That is what? Apis. Honeybee. These examples, write it somewhere and see every day. Like you eat morning, breakfast, lunch in afternoon, and dinner at the evening. Same you have to see morning, afternoon, evening. This is my medicine to you for all the NEET students. Seeing these examples every day of each chapter, which is examples given up. This is your regular medicine for next 30 days until your paper. Now you have not 30 days left. We have to pack it up. Okay. Then Apis is the honeybee. After honeybee, we have what? We have Lucifer. Lucifer is what? Lac insect, which makes the bangles. Okay, it is very famous in the north part, especially the Rajasthan. Okay, Lucifer. After that, we have silk worm, which makes the silk. That is Bombex. These are the economically important one. Then we have the gregarious. Gregarious means which comes in army and they destroy everything. Its diagram is also given. That is locusta. Locust. Okay. Green color diagram is given to you. Then we have what? After that we have a living fossil. So the living fossil is what? Limulus. So it is what? Crab. A kind of a crab. Then we have what? Other examples to this is what? Scorpion. We have prawn. These belongs to crustaceans. Okay. And then we have very important one. They are the vectors. Vectors are what? Those who carry the certain organism and causes diseases. These are what? Mosquitoes. Now here you have to remember what? The name of the mosquitoes and what disease it causes. That is an important question for the NEET 2025. And the diseases we are studying in the 12th class. Name of the vector we are studying here. The first vector is Anopheles. Next vector is Culex. And the last vector is the Aedes. Diseases they are causing. One disease is the Aschelmanthus disease, that is Wucheria, done by the Culex. Rest all the diseases are the what? There is Malarian disease. Okay, that Malarian disease is what? It is a Plasmodium disease. Okay, that is being caused by whom? You have to remember. Okay, then there is a Chikungunya and the dengue fever. That is a viral diseases causing by what? You have to remember. That you have to remember and find it out. Very important. Moving on to the next phylum. The next phylum is the mollusca. One important fact that I forgot to tell you over there is that the arthropoda is the largest phylum. 70% of all the animals are arthropoda. In that also the largest class is insecta. Then the crustaceans are there. Okay. So next is, this was 7th, 8th. Okay. So 8th is phylum mollusca. Mollusca is the second largest phyla. Okay. Now what is there? There is a, first of all, you have to remember that mollusca means soft body. So their body is soft, so they need a protection. So what for the protection present? There is a shell present called as mantle for protection. Okay. Now, so their body is divided into certain part. What is that? They have a head, they have a visceral foot and a hump. Okay. So they have what? A head like this. On the head, there are this antenna kinds of eyes present, radula present from the mouth. This is visceral foot and this is the hump. Okay, muscular foot and the visceral hump. So this is visceral hump, muscular foot, this is the head. 3 parts are present. This covering is called as mantle. The space which is present, it is called as mantle cavity. Mantle cavity. Inside mantle cavity, there is a presence of what? There is a presence of gills. What is the roles of gills? Respiration and excretion. Both the roles are being done. Radula, it is what? File-like rasping organ present in mouth, help in eating, mastication, grinding of the food. Okay. The next thing you have to remember, the basic features of it. What are the basic features of it? Organ level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic. They are coelomates organism. Next is the most important, sexes. Sexes are separate. Fertilization. Fertilization is internal and they lay egg. Cross fertilization. And development. The development is indirect. Remember this fact. Now comes the most important part. That is what? That is the examples. So examples here are very different. A lot of examples are there. 2 diagrams are becomes. One is the Pelia example is given, which is what? Apple snail. Another example is octopus diagram given to you, which is called as devilfish. Other than that, we have to remember. So first is the Pelia, that is apple snail. Then we have what? Devilfish. Devilfish is what? Your octopus. Then we have squid. That is called as loligo. Loligo. Then we have what? Then we have the presence of pinnectada. That is pearl oyster, which produces the pearl. Okay, pearl industry. Then we have what? We have sea hare. Okay, so that is sea hare name is what? Aphycelia. That is sea hare. Then we have tusk shell. The tusk shell is what? Dentadilum. Dentadilum. Moving on to it, we have what? We have Chaetoplura. What is Chaetoplura? It is chitin. What left? What left? Then we left with sepia. Sepia is what? Sepia is the cuttlefish. That's it. So these things you have to remember about the phylum Mollusca. After Mollusca, the next one is the Echinodermata. phylum Echinodermata. Echino means spiny. So dermata is skin, spiny skin. Why it appears spiny? Because of presence of endoskeleton, which appears like its out protrusions is there. Okay. Now in echinodermata, you have to remember certain facts that their adult is radially symmetrical. Only 3 phylums are there which are radially symmetrical. One is the Coelenterata, Ctenophora, and adults of Echinodermata. So what about the larvae of the Echinodermata? They are bilateral symmetrical. Very important fact. Okay. So radially symmetrical. Larva is bilateral symmetrical. Okay. Moving on to the next one. The next one is okay, the next is that their basic features. They have organ system level. I told you that they will be same. Then they are triploblastic. They are coelomates. Major feature, they have what? Water vascular system present. Water vascular system present. Through this only they are having food, they are doing their locomotion, they are capturing their things and all those things, they are doing it. And the water vascular system, very important point is that because of this water vascular system, if a structure is there, like for example this, if you are seeing the starfish, the upper part of the starfish, here there is a presence of what? There is a presence of the anus. So dorsally the anus present, and the lower part, that is known as ventral part. If you do the switch this structure, so ventral part has what? Mouth present. It is said that they do not have any excretory system. Water vascular system is working as the excretory system also. The next thing is the sexes. Sexes are separate. Okay. Then sexual reproduction occur in this. They have a higher chances of asexual reproduction, of regeneration, their cutout parts. Okay, that thing is there. So that you have to remember. Sexes are separate means they are dioecious. Wherever I am looking now, sexes are different means dioecious. 2 different body, male female body is different. The next thing is fertilization. Okay, what happened? This fertilization. So the fertilization is usually external, but in some cases it is internal also present. Then it is cross, because male female gametes are from different bodies, so it will be a cross. And then there is a development that will be indirect. Development is indirect. Let's come to the example. 2 diagrams is given to you. One is Astrasia and other is the Astrasia is the starfish. And other is the starfish look like, but it is not a starfish, it is a brittle star. Okay, and its structure is its scientific name is Upuria, not Upuria. What I have learned it like. Okay, so let's just do the rest of the examples which are important to us. So example of this phylum. So what are the example? First is Upuria. Upuria is what? Brittle star. Then we have Astrasia. Astrasia is the starfish. What are other examples given to you? Yes. Then Cucumberia. Cucumberia is the sea cucumber. Then we have what? We have Antedon, that is sea lily. After that, we have one more, Echinus. And what is Echinus? Sea urchin, which people eat as a fancy dish. Okay, so these things are the example of it. Then comes the last one, that is hemichordata in non-chordates. Earlier hemichordata were put into the chordates, but later it has been taken out. Okay, because it has a features which are meeting with what? With non-chordates also. So the last in the non-chordate is phylum Hemichordata. Phylum Hemichordata. In phylum Hemichordata, they are what? There's a presence of between both the features. So certain features, certain chordate features, and non-chordate features present. Okay, so these things you have to remember. There is the presence of somatochord, which is similar to what? It is similar to the notochord. But where it is present? It is present in the collar region. Basically, their body is divided into 3 parts. Like this rough diagram I'm making. So this is what, sorry, this area is what? The collar area. This area is what? The tail area or trunk area. And this is the head area. The head area, this uppermost part is what? It is proboscis gland. This proboscis gland do what? It help in excretion. Just remember these facts. Okay, now they have what? They have the presence of gill slits for respiration, which is a feature of chordate. Okay, the next thing you have to remember that they are what? They are also having organ system level of organization. They are also triploblastic. They are also what? Coelomates. Eucoelomates. Okay, but the next thing is that their fertilization. Okay, first before fertilization, let's just see about the sexes. The sexes is what? The sexes are separate. If sexes are separate, the fertilization would be what? Cross, and it is external. That you have to remember. And the development is also indirect. Development is indirect. Only 2 examples are given over here that you have to remember. What are the example? Belanoglossus and Sarcoglossus. That's it. Okay, and they are also called as small, very less amount of organisms, like worm-like organisms are there. This is all about non-chordates. So the next phylum that we're going to study about is the chordates. And this is the one such phylum which make the shit out of scared by the student. Why? Because this phylum is so much clumsy in NCERT, so many things are being written that they are not able to understand what is happening in this phylum. Let's just see that from a different perspective. What would be the perspective? Imagine that you are a god. And the God will do. God is making something, and God is like including complexity. Like your syllabus from 1st class to 12th class, syllabus is really complex, really big. Same with this. When the God was making something, it will make from the easiest, simplest thing to the highly complex thing. So let's just see that what brain did the God put into all of this making to making us, which is the most complex thing. So let's just start it. So in the phylum Chordata, first of all, there was 2 divisions. Okay, and that division which I am showing you, that is solely and solely vein of the complexity. So there are, first is what? There are protochordates. Proto means primitive. Okay, so I will call it protochordate is the primitive chordates. Whereas another one was what? Vertebrate. Another one is vertebrates, which are us. So, of course, God will make us little later. This protochordate has 2 different variations, okay, according to their amount of complexity. So, the God first make urochordates. Okay, so urochordate is considered as first subphylum because this is phylum we are studying. So between that, within the subphylum, because of course the next thing would be the class only, but we are not going to class. Before it also there is a certain division because complexity. Okay, so one is urochordate and another is the cephalochordates. Cephalochordates. Whereas the third phylum, that was vertebrate. Okay, totally different. So these are the 3 subphylum that God made. Okay, now God wants to see that what could be happening inside it. So now the urochordate is simplest. They can't even walk. Okay, so they can't walk. Okay, so they are what? They are sessile. Now they are primitive. Primitive feature is what? Like insects, primitive. Open circulatory system. So they have what? Open circulatory system. They look like what? Something like this. This. They are attached. This is their attachment to the, like this is the rock. This is what they are attached. So attachment, this is the body. The body is leathery, no eyes, no hand, nothing is there. Pores are present, of course. Pores are present for breathing, excretion, these things are present. Okay, very primitive organism. So the examples, the most important thing, just this much we have studied. And one more thing, that their notochord is present in their larva, like in the larva it is present, but in the adult only in the tail, where the tail will be present, there only the notochord present. So notochord present in tail only. That's it. Let's see the example. So the example is, the first example is Eschidia, whose diagram is given in NCERT. After Eschidia, the next example is the Sulfa. And the last example, third example is Dolinium. Dolilium. 3 examples that you have to remember. Finished. Next comes to the cephalochordates. Now the god will like, let's make them walking. Evolution. After making them walking, they were like, let's give them a head also. Okay, so cephalo means what? They got head also. These chordates has what? Head. Now more advanced to it. Let's give them notochord also, because chordate means what? They have notochord present. So let's give them notochord also. So they have notochord present. Notochord present throughout their life. Let's see the example. One example only you have to study, that is Brachiostoma. Okay, this is also called as what? Sorry, not lamellets. This is also called as what? It is called as lancelet, or it is called as amphioxus. That's it. One example done. Let's come to vertebrata. Now in a vertebrata we are coming. Acha. Now okay, we are coming. Very good. Now what we will be division within us, we are also very different. So the first different, they were like, okay, we are giving them head, like because they are increased, so head will be there, but let's not give them jaw. So within vertebrata 2 division occurs, those which do not have jaw and those which have jaw. For the jaw we use the word gnatha. So let's just say what, that there are 2 division within vertebrates. Okay, this should be a different color. This, can you see that I am putting it little lower level than earlier thing, subphylum. Okay, so what it would be, so there are 2 options we have. Either we do not have jaw, okay, so they call it aganatha. Ganatha means what? Jaw. A means absent. Okay, so they do not have jaw. Whereas other is the gnathostomes. Gnathostomes means what? They will have jaws present. Jaw present. Okay, now those which are aganatha, actually there were 3, but 2 become extinct over the period of a time. So only 1 left. So the one thing that is present over here, that is what? That is the class. So what is the class? This class name is cephalochordates. What do we call it? Cephalochordates. They only left. Whereas in gnathostomes, they be like, let's make it more complex organisms here. Okay, God is like, okay, let's making, what should I do? That's like, at least few organisms we give fins so that they can swim in water, and few we will put them on the lands and they will have limbs like us. So what would be the divisions? Here there would be a first basic division that happened, that would be on the basis of presence of fins or presence of limbs, and on that basis they made 2 classes in the fins and they made 4 classes in the limbs. So let's just write them. The 2 classes in the fins was what? Number 1 is the osteocytes. Another one is the chondrocytes. First the chondrocytes comes, then the osteocytes come, but I have just written it. And in terms of limbs, there will be what? Amphibians, reptiles, apes, and the mammals. Let's just see about it. We have to study the examples of it and basic things about it. So in cephalochordates, we realize that these organisms, they have what? Unpaired fins. So unpaired fins are there. Then the next thing is what? They have 6 to 15 paired gill slits. Okay, gill slits are present. Then there is what? There is a problem in them. Their body do not have scales. No scales present. Acha, okay. Then their body has what? Cartilaginous notochord. Means notochord is changed into what? Cartilage. So their bones are what? Cartilaginous. So cartilaginous bones. Notochord is changed. Okay. So notochord change into what? Cartilaginous structure. Okay. Then comes what? Then there is what? Very important thing, that they are in the marine. The adult form is in marine environment, but it goes to the river for what? For spawning, for making babies. Over there it do the sex act, spawning, give the eggs, and then it will die because of the osmoregularity change. Because in river water and the ocean water, there is change in the osmoregularity. Okay, osmolarities. So that will happen. Example, just two examples are there. One is myxin and one is hagfish. So the myxin is what? It is the common name. So the petromyxon is its scientific name. The myxin is the hagfish. Petromyxin is there, which is also called as lamprey. That is, this is lamprey. Okay. Now this is cephalochordates. Over, nothing much. Then comes the osteocytes and chondrocytes. If I'm studying about the chondrocytes first, their notochord is present throughout their life. Their bones are cartilaginous and they are predators. Means they will eat like this, grab it. So to grabbing it, they need what? Good high power jaw. Okay, along with that their teeth should be there. So their teeth are backwardly aligned so that it just grab the things into the mouth. Okay, and their body is made up of what? It's made up of scales. Now here the important thing is, which scales are present in them? In their body there is a presence of placoid scale. Then their mouth is ventrally present, a little lower than their body level. Then they do not have air bladder present, so they continuously has to swim or else they will sink. So air bladder absent. Next point is what? That their gill slits are not covered by operculum. Operculum is what? It's a covering. So operculum not present. The next thing, which is the most important one, that is what? The fertilization. So their fertilization is internal. Remember this. I told you that these are the important one. Their sexes are separate. The male has what? Clasper present. Clasper is what? Copulatory organ. They are viviparous. They'll give birth to the young one. Then their development is direct. Okay, so direct development. Okay, that's it. Okay, examples. So examples of chondrocytes. The first example of the chondrocyte is what? Here I will do. Example. That is, first one is white whale shark. That is Carcharodon. Okay. After that, we have what? We have Pristis. Pristis is what? Sawfish. Then we have Scalodon. Scalodon is what? Dogfish. Then we have what? Torpedo. Torpedo is what? Torpedo is the poison stingray. Poison stingray. And one more we have, that is Tiger. Okay, sorry. What? Torpedo is electrical organs. Wait. Torpedo. Sorry, my bad. Torpedo is the electrical fish ray. Okay. And Tiger. Tiger is the stingray. These you have to remember. Now, what about the osteocytes? Osteocytes are the bony fishes. Okay, so in osteocytes, you will remember what? Here only I am writing about the osteocytes because the opposite things of this will be there, and this becomes an important question because they will ask you strictly if they want to make it really tougher question. Now, the tougher question would be that they will give you the features of both, and then we'll say that how many are the features of this, how many features of this. So this thing you have to remember. So let's just quickly do it. So osteocytes are what? They are the bony fishes. They are available fresh water also, marine water also, but that one was only the marine water. The next thing is that their scales are called as cycloid or ctenoid scale. Next to it, that their mouth is terminally present. Terminal mouth present. Okay. Then their air bladder is present. Air bladder present. Operculum is present. Here, how many gill slits are there? 4 pairs of gill slits are there. This is also given in your NCERT. The next thing is fertilization. Here, the fertilization is external. They are oviparous. Their clasper means copulatory organ not present. Okay. And the development is direct. Development is direct. The next thing you will remember about this is the examples. So there are a lot of examples given to it. Okay, so what examples are of them? We have hippocampus. Hippocampus is what? It is seahorse. Then we have what? We have rohu, katla and mugger. Okay, so their scientific names are also given. So the mugger is scientific name Calarus. Okay, katla is katla and rohu is lebi. Okay, moving on, there are certain fighting fishes there. Fighting fish. The fighting fish is what? It is betta. Then we have angelfish. That is what? Petrophyllum. Okay. Then we have Exocetus. That is the last one. Exocetus, which is what? Flying fish. Now out of this and this is what? These are the marine fishes. These are what? Freshwater fishes. That's all about this phylum. Next is what? Next is your limbs one. Amphibians, reptiles, apes and the birds. So we will quickly see them. So first of all is what? Amphibians. So amphibians is what? Your frog and all are coming. So what are the examples? Since these are the easiest one, so you can easily tell about them. So what are the things present? They live in both land and water. For water, they are responsible for what? For their fertilizations to other, for the reproduction process. The body is usually divided into head and trunk in terms of frog. But if it is a lizard, there could be what? Tail also present. They have limbs also present. Forelimbs also, hind limbs also present. So these basic things, double, like they have 2-chamber heart and all of those features, basic features of chordates are present to it. I hope that you will able to do it. We will directly hop on to the examples. So examples are what? Number 1 is Hyla, that is tree frog. Then Hyla tree frog, na? Then the Rana. Rana is what? That is a Indian bullfrog. Then we have what? Toad. The toad is what? Buffo. Buffo is the scientific name of it. Then we have salamander. Scientific name is salamandra. Then we have Ethiopus. So Ethiopus is important. Why? Because this is coming in the evolution also. These are what? Limbless amphibian. No lymph is present to it. So it becomes an important one. After amphibians, the next one is the reptiles. So reptiles are what? Snakes, crocodiles, and all of those things. Their basic features you have to remember. What are the main things that they can ask to you? That there is what? There are three chambered heart. And the fishes which we have studied till now, they have 2 chambered heart only. So 3 chambered heart. Here 4 chambered heart. Sorry, reptiles are 3 chambered heart. But in this, crocodile has 4 chambered heart. So 3 chambered heart. Now examples. They have what? Their skin cast is being done by the lizard and the snakes. They are limbless, and if the limbs are present, there are 2 pair, 4 limbs, hind limbs. So these things are there. So examples we are going up. The basic example, crocodilus, crocodilus, that is what? Crocodile. Okay. Then we have alligator. Its name is also alligator. Okay. They both have 4 chambered heart, just like birds and mammals. Moving on, there is other examples like what? Other examples like you have Ceylon. That is what your turtle. It's a diagram is also given. Okay. Then you have Tostus. That is what? Your tortoise. Then there is a presence of what? Wall lizard. Wall lizard name is what? Hemidactyl. Hemidactylus. Then we have what? Garden lizard. Garden lizard is called as what? Garden lizard is called as Calotis. Okay. More to it, we have snakes. We have chameleon also. Okay, the chameleon is what? It is the tree lizard. Okay, so here only I'm writing. Tree lizard is what? Chameleon. Okay. Then we have the snakes. We have poisonous snakes like Naja, which is cobra. We have Vipera, that is viper. We have Bengaris, that is what? Crate. So these are your reptiles. Then comes the apes. Apes are the birds, their features and all, you can easily do it. Okay. So examples of the birds which are given to you in your book, that is what? Number 1 is your corvus. Corvus is crow. Corvus, that is crow. After corvus, there is a given of what? Pigeon. Columbio, that is pigeon. Pigeon, I-E-G-O-N, pigeon. Then we have what? Columbus. After that we have Stutio, that is ostrich. After ostrich, what do we have? We have Pisticulata. Pisticula, that is parrot. Then we have pavo, that is peacock. Then we have Petendotis, that is what? Penguin. Then we have Nephron. Nephron is what? Vulture. I think that's it. Anything I forgot? No, everything we have written. And after after apes, we have the mammalia, which we are there. And these examples are the basics ones. You can easily remember it. The names very similar to each other. Here you have to remember that there is a one that is oviparous and the other all are viviparous, means directly gave birth to the young ones. So the oviparous one is what? Ornithyrtus. That is what? Duck-billed. Duck-billed means its nose is like duck. Duck-billed platypus. The platypus peri from the Phineas and Ferb, same thing. Okay. Now the viviparous one are all the other ones. What are they? So their examples are the easiest one given over here. So you can read that and done it. I hope that this much way of completing the chapter, you are able to go through most of them. The mammalia examples are the easiest one, but they will definitely come. So great whale name, all of those things you should remember. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. I have to complete it in a little bit of a time, but these notes of core dates examples will be given to you on my channel, that is on WhatsApp, that is Biology Simplified English. Its link will be given to you, so you can head it over there. Thank you. For next video, I will come up tomorrow.